Hello, everyone. This is John Dizon. I'm here with the owner of Munchiez, the food truck over here, and they'll be one of our vendors. This is Jay, and he'll be at Walk in Love coming up on May 17th. Jay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
What's going on, guys? I'm Jay. I'm 29 years old. I've owned Munchiez food truck for about 3 years now. This is our third year. I have a son. His name is Kenny. He's 8 years old. And yeah, this is what I do full time. And every day is a new experience, honestly, with this.
So, could you just tell us where you're at right now as we speak when we're filming this?
So right now we are at Ryan Hour's Aluminum trailers. So they create trailers for like different trucks and stuff like that, whether it be the electrical, the wheels, the hitches. And kind of right before this was actually my last job that I physically worked before kind of just getting injured and then starting this business. So we've been coming here for this third year now. Last year, we kind of doubled down from rather coming 2 weeks to 1 week. But season started, now we're here again, so it's exciting.
Oh man, you know, I'm just curious. So what experiences do you have prior to owning your own operation and business?
So in food industry, obviously you have to be safe served to operate a food trailer. My first job ever was at Taco Bell in Cleveland, Ohio. I was 16 years old. So that's where that started. I worked for them for about almost 4 years. And that's where I kind of got the food industry experience, you know, what it has to do with being able to operate at a temperature level, the cleaning part, all that, the dates. And then business, no school behind it. I worked at like different retails where there was like, you know, the Sterling Jewelers that has to do Cage, Jared's. I worked in Joseph A. Banks doing suits and tailoring. I worked at car dealerships. So I learned stuff like that, but also talking to other people. I worked in the banking world. But also surrounding myself with others that were knowledgeable of what they were doing or the trade that they were in, whether it be cars or suits or entrepreneurship at the time. So kind of just soaking in the knowledge and then kind of little by little putting that into my path. Like, all right, how does this help me to what I want to do?
That is an interesting path and everything. So you seem to have a passion to serve the community. That's one of the things that you told me prior to actually coming and meeting. So what is it that Munchiez does that gives you such passion to serve the community with having a mobile trailer so people can come and say, hey, I got a birthday coming up, could you come on and roll up? So you might do some caterings too?
Yeah, absolutely. We cater everything and anything that needs food, we're there. You know, as long as we can pull into this little trailer, and if we had to do outside food, we'll do it. But as long as you want the food and we can do it, we're gonna do it. It don't matter where it is, how far it is. But to answer your question, it's just seeing the smile on their faces when they bite into whether it be a cheesesteak or a chicken wrap, right? But also the experience that I had. For example, last Friday, we served at a Easter egg hunt. I'm sorry, and it was Saturday. I apologize. We served at the Easter egg hunt, and there was a kid that was on the spectrum, autism, right? No, to me, he's normal, whatever. He has disability, but he came up to the food truck, and you can kind of tell that he's so anxious, and he's just like, oh, mom, I want to go in there. And his mom's like, no, you know, the parents like, I wish you can go in there and get this vibe, but you know, it's, you know, all that other stuff. But it quickly interacted, like, you know, asked his name and just quickly, just knowing that it was okay with me for him to be here, asked the mom, hey, is it okay if he comes in here? Was able to kind of just talk to him, give him a little tour. We made a little video. And his moments like that, honestly, just because I remember as a kid growing up, I just wanted to have a moment just where I can just be different, not just wake up, go to school, kind of be home. My parents didn't really let me go outside Monday through Friday because it was school. So when they did let me go to the park and play with some friends, it was kind of a miracle because it wasn't something that I was normally allowed to do. Even when we went out, like I didn't have the experience to go to a food truck, or if like I wanted to go do an experience, whether because we didn't have the funds or nothing. So just creating an experience for that kid overall. And then for me, it's just what I get to see when I do it. It's just cool.
So happy faces, happy people. Yeah. You provide a good service.
Yeah.
And how, you know, just out of curiosity, what kind of followers are now coming towards you in your social media? So I see you have a Facebook, you have a Instagram. I'm going to definitely put that and share that with you guys. Yeah, but absolutely. You know, just curious, like you got quite a few followers.
Yeah. So our age ranges from different. You know, we have the young crowd, like we serve the Reading High School basketball boys. So whether I go to LA Fitness or the YMCA or I'm out at the mall, you have some kid just Munchies. But then you have these other older people that, you know, hey, that's Munchies. You know, hey Jay, what's up? Thank you for serving. It's just people know that we serve good food, but also know that when they see us, we're happy to see them.
Okay.
And that's what I want people to know, that when Munchies, when you're one ordering a food truck or you're trying to get our services, we're normal people. We're human beings. How can I make that easier for you? You're requiring a service. I'm going to provide that for you. So I'm trying to help you, and I want you to help me, because you might book me for your wedding, your birthday party, whatever it is, but somebody else might need a food truck down the line. So that's the end goal right there.
And so when I looked at your menu and everything, it seems like you specialize in quick order type of service. So you got chicken tenders to hot dogs to hamburgers. So is there any other influence of the cuisines that might have helped you to shape the menu that you have?
So not really. So when we started Munchies was kind of more or less an investment that I made into, more physically the trailer, right? And then within our first year, when we owned the trailer, and so we're technically owned it for 4 years, business is free, things weren't happening. Boom. Then I took over in a sense, and then we created a menu. And we needed something that I understood that as a customer, what can I grab, and I'm not gonna be waiting in line 20 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong. People that are watching this video can comment. They will tell you, listen, I've waited in line for an hour for a cheesesteak. We've been at an event where a lady waited maybe two hours. The next day had dinner with her granddaughter and raved about how good it was. And this granddaughter found us on Instagram, wrote to me, was like, I need to have this cheesesteak because all my grandma is doing is raving about it. Don't get me wrong. Do I want you to wait 2 hours for a cheesesteak? Absolutely not. But we needed something it's quick and easy because as a consumer, as a customer, I need to be just like you. And it's work. Like what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
So it's kind of no need of changing it because people love it. But is it what I envisioned Munchies to be in the beginning? No.
You see, people don't realize on the operation side, you have to be efficient, you have to be quick, and all the menu items have to be something that is a quick fire, quick serve. And this trailer isn't big, so they also have to make sure that the menu is also a limited menu. Being that my background was formerly in food and beverage, I actually preference smaller trailers. For those of you who think the bigger ones are better, believe it or not, it's not, because the bigger the trailer is, the more that you need to have a bigger vehicle to pull it. You also have the maintenance aspects. And so when you look at a menu, you want to be intentional to making sure that it's efficient. It fits everything inside because you don't have a lot of space. And so actually, believe it or not, this is easier to also clean up. I'm not one that likes cleaning big trailers, and having a smaller trailer is perfect. And this place can fit anywhere. This can go on the grass and not sink. Yep. Bigger trailers with a lot of equipment will sink, and you will have a hard time pulling that out. And now you got to go ahead and get like a person with a bigger vehicle, it's like AAA, to come and pull this. So this is a smart business move on Jay's end. It was well thought out, and that tells you a lot about how he wants to operate and how he wants to serve you. So I just want to make sure we capture that this is well intended and well intentional to better serve the community. And so we're going to have quite a few people there. He's going to feed you. We're going to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to come in. So we're actually going to do an 11:30 service time. We're going to have Jay come in and introduce the menu before we go and pray and actually have lunch, because we want everyone to have an opportunity to fellowship together besides the walk and run and everything that we're having coming up. But, you know, besides that, Jay, here's the final question, the $1 million question. You ready?
All right.
Because this is also involving the faith-based community, how can we serve you?
Number one, you said this is the faith community. Is how you can help me continue that faith. If anything, my business is ran on that faith. Agua ahí.
Agua?
Dale afuera. Gracias, pa. Tranquilo. Gracias, papi. My business, everything I do is based off of faith. I grew up in a faith. I grew up in church, born in church. Right. So number one, just keep your faith. Understand that no matter if I have a food truck and you have nothing, or I have just a food truck and you have 3 other food trucks, as long as we remain that faith, I'm gonna get there somehow, right? And then word of mouth, that if you can continue to review me, let a friend know about us, just mention us, comment, share, whatever it be, just you're promoting Munchies. You know, when you open your mouth, at least Munchie comes out, because now you're helping us. If you can't share, that's fine, tell a friend. If you can't tell a friend, share the comment. If you can't comment, send it to a friend via text, you know, just like that. And then everything else will fall into place.
Okay.
We're 3 years in deep. We started here. We're kind of here now, and we're just going to keep on going little by little. But we wouldn't be here without you guys and you guys promoting us. Word of mouth beats everything. So
I agree with that. And that's how we are. We want to make sure we serve the community well. Word of mouth. This is the reason why we're doing this, is because it's not just about an event that's coming up and transactional. It's about making sure we promote people who take their time, put in money to serve you in the community, so that way you're fed when you're hungry. And so inviting Jay is not only just about him making it all. He wants to genuinely serve you, and I love that. That's a big capture niche that is rare in food service, because a lot of food service people might have a little bit of an ego, might have a little bit of things. That's a typical chef mentality that, and I know that firsthand, because I've worked with quite a few good chefs in the community. And since talking with Jay on the phone, I've heard nothing but just pleasantness and just humbleness, and I really enjoy that, and I champion that. I definitely want to make sure that we got. So I'm going to share this information on our social media, all his pages that he has, from I think it's TikTok to Instagram and Facebook. Like I said, I'm going to make sure we have that on the website. I'm going to write a Facebook review, and I'm going to definitely taste his food and take pictures of it and share it, because this is something to be excited for, and to support him, along with some of our other vendors to try. Please get a taste of everything. This is what the event's all about. So thank you so much, and peace. So here's the Munchiez PA. This is their cheesesteak. The roll is really nice and soft, nice and hot and fresh. They actually glued the cheese really well, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, cheese is really good. Okay, now get this. This is legit. Okay. So I'm here with the owner, Jay, for Munchiez PA. They'll be one of our vendors.
So we're just Munchiez food truck.
Oh, just Munchiez?
Munchiez food truck. Yeah, not Munchiez PA. Sorry, that's just our social media.